Hey there. So this is Jean-Marc talking about the sci-fi method, how to grow your local business with local lead generation. So let's talk about what the sci-fi method is, ignoring the story over here about high school and a case of mistaken identity. Sci-fi method goes back to when I was helping a co-working space owner and we were looking at his buyer persona as you typically do, and we created this persona called Remote Worker Richard. Remote Worker Richard was into podcast, was into a no frills experience. Remote Worker Richard was just your typical, nearly Midwestern stereotypical dude. Now, as it so happens, the person running the co-working space was your typical Midwestern dude. And the people that he was attracting to this business looked and sounded, maybe even smelled just like he did. So that's the fiction in the sci-fi method, what you create in your business. We tend to reach out, talk to, associate with people just like us. There's loads of data on this. Feel free to go check it out at your local source for academic journals. But on to the fiction. The fiction portion is all about scientific data that we can gather about the people around us. And you can easily do this using a tool called Esri. That's ESRI. I believe it's just a big acronym. And they have something called tapestry segmentation. And what it does is separates people into lifestyle groups. So we're acknowledging the power of psychographics here. And I talk about that a few places on the blog. So feel free to learn more about that there. But for now, psychographics oftentimes are going to be very important on things like the complex sales, and going into the future, it's going to be more predictive of who we're able to reach. Now, this tool, the Esri zip code lookup, allows you to look at the lifestyle groups in your area. So for example, in the area that the co-working space was, there was a group called the Metro Renter, and quickly they were into things like Trader Joe's, they were into Whole Foods, they were into yoga and Pilates. Okay, they were into nice experience and they enjoyed things like wine bars. So you can see a conflict there. No frills, thrift, and wine bars. It becomes a little bit of an issue. So, what I recommend in the sci fi method is that you find a point of commonality. An easy example is if you have a burger joint and you sell it to a typical burger clientele, say they are your Joe or Gina plumbers or construction workers, and you find out the Metro Renter or this person into Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, and wine is in your area and you want to reach them via local lead gen, guess what you can do? You could go to a Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, and maybe there you see they have a gluten-free bun. Well, you could then offer a gluten-free bun on your burger as an option for people that come to your joint. This allows you the chance to grow your clientele without risking your current clientele, And that is the sci-fi method.